If you've been watching this channel since it began, back in the early days when it was just me shouting random shit whilst driving a Ford Fiesta, first of all, you have my sympathies. And secondly, you'll know that one of my favourite rock bands are from right here in Staffordshire, Jess's Divide. And at the weekend, I was at a very exclusive event. I was one of a handful of people who went to the band's studio, Happy Ninja Media. That tells you pretty much everything you need to know about them, to watch Jess's Divide perform their debut album 13 Steps in its entirety. That album is out January 2022. I should point out that my recollection of the evening isn't razor sharp, and that's because I currently have an ear infection, so I'm on opioid painkillers. These are the type of drugs that if I were American, or more specifically, if I were a poor white trailer dwelling cousin fucking redneck, they're the tablets I would eventually overdose on. For the last 5 days, I've been high as a fucking kite. Once everyone had arrived at Happy Ninja, the night got off to a somewhat weird start because for reasons which no one could entirely fathom, the playlist on the big screen TV consisted entirely of Kid Rock videos. Now, if you don't know who Kid Rock is, I advise you, keep your ignorance. He's a middle-aged, talentless white guy who acts like he's 21 years old and black. But strangely, all his music videos, well, it's like the director has been asked to come up with a visual interpretation of racism. And to sum up how off the rails Kid Rock has gone, when he released his latest music video, the king of parodies, Weird Al Yankovic, took to Twitter to explain, "That isn't me, that really is Kid Rock." So the night gets going and the drinks start flowing, not for me obviously because I'm too busy chasing the fucking dragon. And at 8:30 the live stream goes up and the band begin to perform their album. And it's one of the best nights out I've ever had. And I should stress here that even if you don't like rock or metal music, if you get the chance you should go and see Jess's Divide because you get 2 shows for the price of 1. Firstly, there's the loud music which you can tap your foot to or full on headbang, or if you like me, put it this way, if you see me at a rock show and I've found something to lean against and I've got my thumbs tucked into my pockets, I'm having the time of my bloody life. And then there's the other side of the show, which mostly consists of the guitarist and vocalist, same guy, interacting with the crowd. And the first couple of times you see the band, you could be forgiven for thinking that your drink's been spiked. I should also point out that the band consists of 3 guys, who are not only brilliant musicians, but also 3 of the nicest blokes you could ever hope to meet. I mean, for my 40th birthday, they invited me to the studio to record, well, I'm not going to name the song because it's by Metallica, and we all know how fond they are of suing people. And the front man of the band, a chap called Simon, he takes being nice to a different level. Let me put it this way, he's a vegan, but he's such a nice guy, I don't want to punch him. And when he gets up on stage, it's like watching very surreal stand-up comedy. Let me put it this way. You know the way that we have a filter between one's brain and one's mouth so we don't say everything we think? Give that guy a microphone and that filter switches off. So at normal gigs, in between the songs, it's relatively easy to tell the regular fans from people who are watching the band for the first time. Because the regulars, like myself, we will be howling laughing. Whereas often the newbies, in this very surreal environment, are looking around slightly nervously, as if they've just joined a cult and someone's handing out Kool-Aid. So I've rattled on long enough. Here's a few clips of the night itself.
It's not actually making like sentences instead of words now. Oh shit, I've fallen back into my old ways. What live streaming is all about. Look at that.
So it was a great night with great company, and in all honesty, there isn't a bad song on the album. And as I went to leave, they gave me beer. So I'm on painkillers, and now I've got lager, alcohol and opioids. So there's a good chance that by tomorrow I'll be dead. As ever, thanks for watching.